Hi, is everybody here? Let's see. I see some people. Awesome. I'm going to scroll back. Oh, goodness. Hi, everybody. Kentucky girl, welcome. One warped angel, aren't we all? Cute name. Hi. Hi, Vicky Pavone. Pavone. Do my best. Looks like JJ's here. Hi. Tina, how are you, hun? Yeah, she watched it. Good. So we're going to talk about it. BBs, like it. Pearl Girl. Pearl. Yeah, good name. Froggy Carter's here. Hi. Carly, Hannah. Hi. You caught me live. I always enjoy your comments, Carly. That Amber Chick. Hi, kiddo. How are you today? Georgette, hello. Let's see. Barrett. Oh, this is the name I butchered the other day. So, I need to work on it. I think I'll have my sister-in-law help me. I don't want to say it wrong. But hi, how are ya? Wendy Bear, how are you? Ampatone, cute name. How are you doing? Ashley Sears, Sarah. Hey, Sarah. How you doing, hon? Joe West, how are you? Phyllis Elliott, Angel Grace Barnett. Angel Grace and I have been on some of these lives. It's like we are thinking the same. It's just somehow being transferred to each other's head, I think. But anyway, doing good. Good to see you. Maria Rosa, hi. How are you? Wendy Bear, Diamond Crystal Arts. How are you doing? Well, welcome everybody. I'm making this video. Smiley Mama jumped in. How are you? You probably, most of you, have already seen the Leslie's video. It's old. It's from last year. I gotta say hi Hoot. How you doing, Jackie? Hello. Ashley. Did I don't know if I said hi to you before, hon, but hi again. Okay. April Panoind. I'm besides I can't see. I apparently can't pronounce words either. Anyway, hi April. How you doing? Okay, so I think most of us have seen this video, and I wanted to talk about it. It was very upsetting to see. I think we can all agree that is Katie. That is Katie. The joy, the smiles, the putting on the makeup and just enjoying the heck out of somebody else's problems, somebody else's pain. And Leslie, I'm going to be saying some things about Leslie. And Leslie, I'm sorry I didn't talk to you first. I don't think I'm going to say anything wrong. I don't know Leslie. We've never met. We've never talked. I've watched some of her videos. I think she's a lovely, lovely lady. And I believe her. I truly believe her. I'm going to tell you a little story, if you don't mind. But I've raised 3 children, and my 2 boys were quite a bit older than my daughter. And we had a neighborhood, and our neighborhood was like a couple cul-de-sacs and a street and a turnaround. And there was like 30 some houses, and we were all having children. And so you can imagine, if 30 some houses has 1 to 2 children, we're talking 60 kids. It was a lot of kids. But in my boys group, it was other families with boys, and there had to be 15 to 20 of them. So there was one little boy. He caused trouble no matter which house he was at. Whenever there was an argument, bicycle problem, whatever, it was always the same little boy. So when we started to talk, and you'd say, I don't know, I'm having some trouble. And, it was always that little boy. Well, after a while, you're raising your children, and that mother couldn't see it. She blamed everyone else. It was always somebody else's fault. Her guy was perfect, special, never did anything wrong. But why was it always her little boy that was in the trouble, the one that always caused the trouble? Well, if you notice when Leslie's talking, then she starts Katie's video, almost the second sentence, she says something to the effect, I wrote it down. She says, it's been a crazy couple of months, rough months, a lot of accusations against me. When you think about it, now remember, I've only been on watching Katie since the 1st of 2020. I wasn't here for the Leslie problems. I had heard about these problems. I had heard about this truck issue. So it's in my notes. I had seen it coming. But I had never seen this video before. And Katie says, it's been a crazy couple of months, rough months, a lot of accusations thrown at me. Which month of 2020 could she not have said that? I don't know, guys, any other YouTubers that have this problem. I don't know anyone that is constantly in the source, in the middle of all the horror shows, but one person, and it's always the same person. So if we use my little story about my neighborhood, was it him or was it everybody else? We all knew it was him. It wasn't. You could say, oh, that little boy caused it. When you heard the whole story, you knew better. And here's the deal. It is a pattern. Leslie's absolutely right. Every time she gets vindictive, she just gets a hate for someone, she will go as far as she can go. She will change the narrative. She will lie about these people. And she will go to the point of defaming, slanderous behavior. Now, is it legal? I don't know. Like this Tati thing, I believe the real things she said, how far she went with it, is illegal. I don't know that, but that's what I think. So if a person is always caught up in it and she's always the one, it takes some maybe counseling. She doesn't have faith, so she's not going to go there. But she doesn't belong doing this. I don't know how to say it nicely, but if she can't shape up, she can't change, she shouldn't be doing this. It's as simple as that. The thing she's done to Leslie and the fact that Leslie forgave her is a testimony to Leslie. I'm going to give her a shout out here, I guess. If you have the where for all and the want to, I think subbing for sure to Leslie would be a great idea. And I think if you can afford a membership or Patreon, I've heard of Patreon. I don't know how it works. So maybe you all do. Maybe you can enlighten me. But Leslie is not a vindictive person. She's not a mean-spirited person. I think that's a person that's worthy of your time. It's worthy of listening to someone that's not going to waste your time, which is what I see when the last few weeks, she's lied about the people I watch. in every video. I know it. I can prove it. It's disgusting. She's not quitting. She hasn't changed. Not, here's the thing I keep hearing. She's in a lawsuit, so all these terrible people coming after her about the lawsuit, she needs to go back to making content. But those of us that watched for the content, we know who and what she is. We see the lies. We see all the extreme changing of narratives. We see the mean-spiritedness. So I don't think she should be going back to making her content unless it's going to be delivered differently with zero lies. Katie, can you get through one video without lying? Because I personally haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it. I made a list here just real quick, about 5 minutes before I came on. But now think about the little boy in my neighborhood, and he was caught lying about this many people. Think if you trust him, if he went to tell you a story, right? I know for a fact she's lied about all of these people. Here's my quick list. Jim Bob Duggar, Michelle Duggar, Josh Duggar, Cody Brown and all his wives, Gil Bates, Steve McRae, Leslie Bass, BX Beast Boy, Angelica Oles, James Charles, Tati Westbrook, Michael Long, Sophie Long, Uni Rock, Creep Show, and the Busbies. That's quite a list, guys. And literally, all those lies have happened since I started making a channel. I've been a channel since, we could all look, I think it's like second week of October, something like that. Maybe first week. I don't know for sure. But not a long time to have a list that looks like this. Seriously. That's all since I've started. Now, I can make a different list of all the people she lied about. Okay, I haven't seen her lie about Leslie in this period of time, or Steve McRae. I haven't seen her lie about those two people. So let's take them off the list. I've seen that she had lied about those people. So that's not fair. That's not the list I was making. She had lied about Steve McRae and Leslie Bass. So, and I had seen that proof happen in this period of time, but I haven't seen her lie about those two people in this period of time. I don't want to say that wrong. So, but still, even taking those two out, we've got like 15 something people here. So she keeps coming on and she keeps apologizing left and right. I mean, when somebody apologizes this much, it becomes, yeah, right. Yeah, right. If you meant it, you'd change the things. Isn't that right? Isn't that what apology is supposed to be about? I'm sorry and I will change this. I'm sorry and I will do better. I don't see that. She keeps doing it. She's not stopping. So I wrote down that she is the Grinch. But she's the Grinch that the happy ending at the end doesn't happen for her because she's not seeing that what she's doing, where it's wrong. She has a thing where she says, and she said it in this video too. Yeah, do I say things? Oh, it was a different video, but I saw it today. Do I make mistakes? Do I be mindful when I've talked? She goes, yeah, I think I do. I've made mistakes, but everybody has. All the creators do. Stop that. Stop that. Just like that little boy that I told you about in my neighborhood. No, none of the other children. None. So quit saying they all do. We know as humans, we all make mistakes, every one of us, but we're not talking about that, Katie. And you don't get to be absolved of your mistakes because other creators have made mistakes because they're not the same kind of mistakes. They're not to the level of hatred and meanness and nastiness that you bring to the table. She went so far to pay for the public documents. Man, it's public documents. To pay to be able to be the lead gossiper on YouTube. That's what I see. I see a mean, nasty lady sitting at home, getting the newspaper, and by golly, look at my neighbor across the street. Oh, they got in trouble for this. Oh, I'm going to call and tell everybody. The call is YouTube. I'm going to tell everybody. It's not her business to tell about anybody having a bankruptcy or missed payments or whatever. Come on. Is that what we're here for? Is that really what we're here for? Oh, it's so hard for me. I don't get it. I don't get it. So then she goes further and she's like, was it, guys? What do you really think? Because I've thought about it. It's not wrong. If I'm having financial trouble, and over my years I've had financial trouble, and the money comes in, and it's got a pool of money, and it's got to go to all these directions, and you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, Peter, Paul, who's getting what, blah, 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 blah. Then if you're behind, it gets even worse. Besides Peter and Paul, you add a Henry, because you don't know, you're trying to figure it out, right? Okay, so if, forget the GoFundMe part right now, we'll get to that. But if for some reason I got a rebate check or something came in and I was going to not be able to make my truck payment, and now I can, oh, awesome, because that frees up the money that I had, the little bits that I had, to be able to buy my children their Christmas presents. So that's how that works. It's one pool. It's not like, in my opinion, but now let's get to the fact that this was a GoFundMe. If you gave money to that, are you so on Katie's train that if Leslie, now we're going to get videos on this, so this is just hypothetical, but if Leslie gets the money for the GoFundMe and a check went out to the truck and I could be able to buy these presents, does anybody care that that family was able to save their truck and get Christmas presents? Do you really care? Is that fraudulent to you? I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't think any one of us, if it happened for us, would think that way either. So happily, and I want you all, whether you can afford to be a member in the Patreon and get to see it that way, I personally won't be able to. I'm going to have to wait. She's going to bring it out in a day or two after. But I'm going to listen to Leslie's thing. I believe it's going to be 100% true. And why do I believe that before it's even come out? We all know. We all know why. Because of this. Whoops, no, you can't see it, and it's ripped. All these people I wrote down, right? Where's the camera, for heaven's sakes? All these people I wrote down. All the lies. All the lies. Leslie doesn't lie. I have no reason. There's no history here that I have to go, oh, well, Leslie, she may not be shooting it straight. Leslie doesn't lie. Katie does. Who do we believe? Who should get our sub? Who should get it? Think about that. I got an email. I'm not going to tell you from who, but I got an email from a gal that's been watching me. And she sent me and said, I did it. I'm like, okay, let's see what. She unsubbed from Katie. She made a decision that that wasn't the content she wanted to listen to anymore. That's what we have. That's our vote. That's our vote. Do we vote for that kind of content, or do we vote for nicer or better content? At least, how about if we vote for honest content? Leslie's information Waxy's saying right now, we'll be honest. I know that. You all know that. It's, yeah. Now, besides the honesty about this whole thing, there's the vindictive and meanness. And that's where Tati and Salty come in. I don't know if I have managed to screen record enough to prove I've got some videos coming. I'm hoping to put it all together. She has deleted a lot of videos. I think Salty needs to know that. She's saying she didn't have to delete she couldn't delete the Tati stuff. But I want to talk to Salty if I could, because she's been deleting other content and it shows the patterns. It shows the patterns. So if that is needed in court and she's flipped it out, maybe some of the gals on Twitter, some of the people on YouTube will be able to bring it forth. I don't know if it's going to get that far, but it certainly is a problem. It shows who she is. For those of us that have been here and know it's her, that's why I hope it some sort of consequence, because she's not understanding. She's not getting the whole picture here. I wrote down too that Katie has a history of trying to make GoFundMes and fundraisers that didn't go well. You can Google that and see for yourself. That's what I found the information. And it, I believe, is probably the reason she's so jealous of any fundraiser that may work. She's going to debunk those nasty fundraisers. She's so jealous of anybody having any kind of kindness or goodness. Who does that sound like? The Grinch. Why are these people nice to each other? They're not nice to me. It's because of your behavior, right? It's Katie. If you're listening, it's your behavior. It's you. You have to change, or you're not going to get in. This isn't going to go better. From here on out, this isn't going to go better. We've seen you for who you are. And if you continue being that, you're not going to have people. It's not going to be. She did a video, and it was one of her quick lives. And she says out loud, oh no, I don't know if it was live. Sorry, guys. I've watched too many of her stuff. It was this week. And she says, she was talking about this. It was a regular, not Katie Joy. It was without a crystal ball. The sister wives live in a town, and she goes, her neighbors don't want her there. They don't get along. They don't like each other. And she says with a straight face, why would you stay? Seriously. We all have heard she doesn't like her neighbors. Her neighbors don't like her. The exact same words. She just could have took them out and talked about herself. But she has no self-awareness that what's coming out of her mouth is about her. She doesn't get it. It's about her. I also wrote down, and this is where I got upset. When you watch the video, do you see how happy she is? The glee in the smiles about somebody else's pain. It made her happy. I don't get that kind of person. I don't get that kind of person. She also, in that video, said this person, Leslie, had lied, ripped people off, stole, frauded, and used false pretenses. All those accusations with no proof whatsoever, but it comes out of her mouth. Do you know why it comes out of her mouth? She doesn't like Leslie. I'm not sure exactly how it started. Again, I came in 2020, so I've only been picking up the pieces here. But Leslie was, I believe, the same type of content. And Leslie's a really pretty girl. And as we've all seen, she hates men and she hates pretty girls. So I'm going to go with that until I hear the rest of the story. And I know there's more to the story. I already talked about that. And that. Oh, then the last thing I wanted to touch on, then I'm going to go to the chat, is it was pointed out, and rightfully so, and many of us have, that Katie Joy's trying to say that she was new and she didn't know the community guidelines. She didn't know YouTube's rules. No. She knows them so well that she knows what words are not going to be monetized, that she is going to turn from green or whatever to yellow. She will spell things because YouTube, whoa, that's not good. I call BS on the fact that she's using that as her excuse. She's running out of excuses, to be honest with you. But I definitely call BS on the community guidelines when we watch her finagle. She did a video about Sophie. It was one of her last videos about Sophie, I think. And she took the picture of Sophie. Remember, she never did that. She never put that on her channel. She didn't put pictures of Sophie on her channel. She didn't say her name. Well, that's a whole nother video. Anyway, she took the picture and she moved it. She moved it. She moved it. She moved it down, up, over, sideways, over here. Every second it was moving around, floating around. I think she felt in the guidelines, in the rules, that this might be trouble. So I'm not really, it's just floating around over here. She knows the rules, guys. She uses the rules to her advantage. Then she uses it, not me. Anyway, I could think of nothing more than she was the Wicked Witch of the West or she's the Grinch. But the problem with the Grinch is the Grinch becomes redeemable. Can Katie become redeemable? It's completely up to her. So I really suggest you watch the video if you haven't seen it, then subscribe to Leslie. She's going to give you honest, real words. And then if you can become a member or enter her Patreon. And I'm not, Leslie and I have never talked. I'm not doing this because I'm supposed to or going to no, this is just because I see it the way I see it. And I'm telling you the truth. So, okay, let's look and see what the chat is up to. Let's just oh my goodness, there's so many. You got a lot of you here. Oh. Okay, must say I just saw. Oh my goodness. Hi, Leslie. You did a good job. Good job, honey. It's nice to see you. Thank you for showing up. I don't know how far to scroll back. I want to try to, talk to all of you. Let's see how far it'll take me back. Apologize. It's probably going to take me a few minutes. Boy, hi, everybody. So nice. So nice to see you. Okay. Hi, Shell Belly. Went back there. I'm going to just hit these and see what we got here, okay? Kentucky Girl. Yeah, even if it was true, paying for a car to take your kids around and using it to go to work is pretty important. I agree with you completely. So I'm sure that was in response to something, but my chat would not go back any further. So you were the first person. So I'm sure that you're replying to that. Exactly. I mean, come on. Becky P says, hi, Becky, by the way. Hi, all. Any stream in support of Leslie, I'm going to listen. Oh, you already that's awesome. Awesome. Katie definitely likes digging in closets to make herself feel better. That is an excellent way to put this. Yes, she does. This is all about that. Okay, Leslie's saying video to be released tomorrow. Awesome. Leslie, we I don't know about everybody in chat, but Leslie, I already know. it's going to be the truth. Ashley loves your videos. Absolutely not fraudulent, Olivia. Hi, Olivia. I agree completely. Phyllis is really glad you released that, Leslie. Oh, Hoot. Hi, Hoot. How you doing? Agree with you 100%. Yes. You know, if we've been around long enough, you all know. I'm just putting words to the what we already know and we see. I didn't really have any news for you tonight. My tea, if it's tea, is that I saw the video and I know what it is. I know where it sits. It's not that I like had any new scoop behind there. I didn't. Hi, Pink Flamingo. I'm happy to see you. I wonder if someone started a petition to have her removed. Well, it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. She has 136,000 subscribers, and we know she was up to 139, and we watched it drop, 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 drop. Well, there'll be a stop to the drop. I don't know where, but if she lost 10%, say she lost 13,000 subscribers, I would think that would be enough to say, I'm changing the way I'm doing things. But here's the, I guess I can take that off the screen so you see my face, or I don't know. No, I don't want to remove that. I just wanted to touch it. I don't know what. Okay, we're leaving it. I don't know how to do it. So Pink Flamingo, you're going to sit there while I talk a minute. Okay, so what was I saying? See, that's the problem with me and my age. Shoot. Well, we'll keep going. I'm like my mother said, if it's important, it'll come back, right? Okay, let's see. Leslie's talking here. It will show that the payment was made on the 24th and processed on the 26th. The super chat was on the 30th. Oh, Leslie, yes, I believe that 100%. I already would have known that. And honey, just from me to you, I wasn't there. I didn't partake and I didn't put money into your fund, but I don't care. I would never care that you kept the truck going and that you were still able to get your kids your presents. Way to go. Really, I'm on your team. I believe that. I've had financial troubles. I know what that's like. And to have it be broadcast to 100 and some thousand or however many she had at the time is disgusting. And I'm sorry it happened to you. I just, from my heart to yours, I'm really sorry that somebody was that mean. That's disgusting. Just disgusting. Franny, let's see what Franny has to say. Hi, Franny. Leslie, great video. Did not know who you were before, but I subbed now. Great. I thought your video was fair and to the point. I agree, Franny, and I'm thrilled you subbed. I don't think you'll regret it. I really think you're going to enjoy your content, and you're not going to get lied to. So win-win, right? Win-win. Oh, Becky says, Leslie is refreshing, sweet. Please do check her out. Becky likes you. That's awesome. Ashley says, sub to your channel, but I did through KJ. Don't shoot me. Nobody would shoot John. Listen, I don't know if you know this, Ashley, but probably everybody in this stream at one point or another either watched the videos from KJ, subbed to her, membered her. It's the fallout because of the damage done. I never subbed, but I watched her videos. This is the truth of it. I'll tell you exactly, because I'm old school, don't know much about this stuff. Sometime, I don't know which was my first day or anything, January, February time period, I wanted to see if there was any Duggar content. Like, could I watch anything on YouTube, even old TLC clips or something? And I didn't know there was going to be a crystal ball. So when I saw the crystal ball and she's Duggar talk, it's like, oh, great. Oh, this will be fun. Is my first thing. My second thing was, oh, no, that's not right. Wait a minute. So then I would tell in the comments. And then it got more and more. And I was like typing these really long notes. This isn't. And they got deleted. I got deleted. She didn't care. And I was trying to help at the time. So then it's not that she deleted me or anything that made me do what I'm doing. It is the lies she's telling on innocent people. I will fight that and I will fight it all I have to. Todd said on one of the videos, you think you can do better? Give it a go. Well, I'm here, Todd, because I'm not going to lie to the people. I'm not going to be mean spirited to the people. So thank you, Todd, for the suggestion, I guess. We owe Todd that I'm here at all. Not really. I was thinking about it anyway. But Angel, what you got here? After KJ tried to out the duck. Oh, Angel, we talked about that last time, didn't we? Yes, that is one of the nastiest things she's done to the Duggar kids. She's done very nasty things to people here on YouTube. Shanna? Shanna Lee? I had no idea who Leslie was until Katie started talking about the video Leslie made. I watched it and it all clicked for me. Subbed to Leslie and I subbed from KJ that day. Well, that's good. We're glad you're subbed to Leslie. That's awesome. And it does click. I get that. I really get that. All of a sudden it's like ding, ding, ding. So nice to see all of you guys. This is awesome. Kelly, what you got here? She digs way too far into people. It doesn't matter who it is. It's none of her business. I agree 100%, Kelly. It doesn't matter. She will, if she decides, Leslie, you said the word target. That's a good word. Obviously, since I like the Duggar and the Sister Wives content, because I watch those shows, I've seen those shows repeatedly because I love it. So I know I feel Katie came on a year and a half ago and she got the cliff notes and I'm going to do Duggar content. And I think she talked to a couple people and then away she went. And she hasn't learned a dang thing the whole time. She hasn't evolved at all. We're still worried about pants, for heaven's sakes. I would think her people would be getting sick of pants, but I guess maybe not. But Kentucky girl, she is really jealous. Yes, I think so. I think so. KG is nothing like Leslie. Nope, not. She doesn't have a single quality that crosses over. I don't see it. Leslie is sweet, decent, and far prettier. Yeah. We don't want to really talk about negatively looks, but Leslie is a very pretty girl for sure. Absolutely. I agree. Oh, thank you. Butterfly kisses. I'm going to put it up here. That's so sweet. She says, Waxy, we, YouTube, has needed to hear your wisdom. Well, thank you. Thank you. I do feel after getting to a certain age, I've learned a little bit, I may not know everything, obviously, but I've learned a little bit. But thank you. That's very kind. Very nice. Thank you. Jane, hi. How are you tonight? I have been subbed to Leslie since before Leslie was monetized. Leslie didn't have anything to do with the GoFundMe. Anyway, Steve did that as a surprise. Katie wanted to humiliate Leslie. Exactly. The video we saw was her attempt to humiliate. And that's not. What place does that have on YouTube? I guess that was an Instagram. Oh my gosh. I mean, if you had the money that Tati has, there's no reason to not go after somebody that thinks that's fodder for everybody. And she smiles when she was telling the story, and she smirked. Oh, it was just disgusting. Ah. But anyway, I'm tickled that you were already subbed, Leslie. And see, it kind of goes to show that birds of a feather, we here like people, want to be nice to people, care about what's right and wrong, and somebody doesn't. We see somebody else doesn't. That's what's going on here. Sherilyn. Hi, Sherilyn. I had a girlfriend in middle school. Her name was Sherilyn. Spiracy did a good video about KJ asking people from mommy's group. Oh, yes. And that's a true story. She nailed that right. I've showed you this so many times, but I'm old school, so I write all my stuff. And I have pages and pages of the crap she's pulled since she got a platform. Probably since she got her son and started saying things. Yeah, it's unbelievable. But yet, here's where, again, salty might matter, because that video shows the pattern. It shows the pattern. What she does when she doesn't like you, how she turns on people. It's the same story. Ooh, what you got here? KJ loves other people's pain. Yes, she is woe is me. She needs to make herself a big bowl of crybaby soup. Now I've heard of loudmouth soup. I never heard of crybaby soup. I like that. And she's jealous of Leslie. I agree. The fact that she loves other people's pain and then cries that, why don't you believe me? Why don't you like me? Why don't you trust me? Honey, it's because all this time, I think Keemstar, when he was talking about, her shenanigans with Creep Show and all of that, and he's like, what are you doing? I could say that till the cows come home. What are you doing? Katie, you're not stopping. You're not changing. Your content isn't better. She did a whole thing saying things like, I don't remember which people it was on, but it was like, yes, they did. Well, no, they didn't. Well, yes, they did. Well, kind of. Well, I over exaggerate. Well, yeah, they did. Well, it was about making a movie. The Duggars made a movie. The church made a Christmas pageant video for their church, and it's on YouTube. She used clickbait. Well, she's used clickbait this month. Like, she's abused the system. So the little boy that called wolf is applying again. She's going to use this clickbait till one of the videos is going to be about her lawsuit, and we won't go there because we're going to think it's all BS again. It's just the same old crap. Olivia, I see that in Katie as well. It seems she takes pleasure in others' suffering. Exactly. And nobody should do that ever. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be some, preachy person. I sure hope I'm not coming off like that, but nobody should be joyful of somebody else's pain. Shouldn't it matter? It should matter. I don't get it. Oh, that'd be awesome, Leslie. She said she'll send me the video of the first encounter. I'd love to see it. And I am True Ball of Wax on Twitter, so you can DM me. I don't know I think I follow you. You have to follow me back or whatever so we can DM, but that would be one way. Also, if it needs to be emailed, I'm also trueballofwax@gmail.com. So you'll find me, and I'd love to see it. That'd be great. Thank you. Nate B. Let's put this up here. It started because KJ was jealous of Leslie. Leslie's channel was growing and KJ didn't like that. Nate, that's what I heard too. I had heard it was kind of like they both were doing similar content and they both were getting similar subs, that they were kind of going, like this. So if that's the case, and then isn't that when the Amber Portwood thing came in too, that jumped her channel? And she had hurt Leslie. So Leslie's kind of has to wait. Yeah. Yeah. Leslie, if you're still here, girlfriend, teach me how to be so forgiving. You're doing a great job. Now, how do I say this? I know this person. I've watched her before, seen her before, I should say. Matha Facken Kraken? Am I close? I know what it means. I just don't want to say all that. But it's cute. Good job. I think I seen you on Twitter, right? Too, besides YouTube, I think. Perhaps. Anyway, LOL. Angelica accidentally didn't credit KJ for being new, and KJ lost her nut. But now KJ is claiming she experienced the same cluelessness. Oh, good grief. That's truth too. Yeah, she did a full-on copyright strike. She had the option. That's the bad one. That hurts you. She could have done a copyright claim, and then that could have been, that's smaller and it's much easier worked out. Angelica reached out to even work it out, offered to pay. I saw KJ do the video. Why would I do that? She was new, and I don't know if she's trustworthy. It was disgusting. She's since now apologized, but let's remember that was the apology tour we found out was to show the trolls, really. She told Uni Rock when she was still friends with Uni Rock. Hi, Carly. It's very much a pattern that KJ attacks channels she is either jealous or feels threatened by. Yeah, and that's the pattern. And the vindictiveness and the over-top level of meanness when she's mad at you, let's just say for a minute, can you imagine being Todd? She's mad. Holy crap. Everything, including the kitchen sink, probably gets thrown at him. I don't know. Whoa. There's only so many cursey words that you got. So I'm not sure what she's going to say, but her husband has to take it pretty hard. KJ needs to get off YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Did you all see I don't know if it's the most recent, but the TikTok she did about Michelle Duggar? It's disgusting. It's over the top bad. Anyway, TikTok, all of above, she keeps putting herself in deeper and deeper. We already know she plays the victim. Yeah, she plays it very well, Beverly. And hi, by the way. Yes, everything you said is true. Now, she needs to I would go as far as saying she needs a break for sure. And if she could, it's kind of like a little kid. You're grounded until you can do better behavior. And then you kind of baby step them back in. Well, now you can, I'll let you go play on your computer for a half an hour tonight, kind of thing, and then see if they behave correctly. It's like she's going to have to baby step because she doesn't know how to behave. Isn't that, I sound like a mom. I am a mom, but I really sound like one right now. Oh. Okay. Franny says, if you write to Michael Saltz on Twitter, he will answer you, but he has been kept in the loop. Okay, good. I don't know for sure if it's helpful, but if he doesn't know what I would like to say, I've screen recorded quite a few things that are now not on. So, and they're showing the pattern again. That's what I have. And if he needs more evidence that this is her pattern and she doesn't stop and she isn't better, I'll send him over to him. He's more than welcome to have him. Pippi, how are you tonight? I love that name. I love that book very much. It's called Integrity. Oh, perfect word. Great word. We all know that's right. She doesn't have that. Doing the right thing, which is the topic or in the description of this, what is right and wrong? It's time we do that. It's time we do it across the board. 2020 has sucked for so many reasons. It has for me. I think it has for a lot of people. I lost my whole business. I mean, it had to close. I was an art teacher. I couldn't have people in. So anyway, it sucks. So my point is, let's do 2021. Let's do it differently. Let's use our subscribing to someone matter. I like this content. I vote that this is the kind of content that I want to listen to, I look for. Let's not just use it, haphazardly. Let's make it matter. And let's make 21 a better year, a happier year, a more honest year. Just integrity. Let's make this keyword for 2021. I'm going to make a wood sign, integrity. I think that would be perfect. Oh, so I didn't finish this. It's doing the right thing. I think it's where I stop. Treat others as you want to be treated. It is nothing to do with knowing YouTube rules. Exactly. She is such an extra Karen. Yeah, I think we could look up Karen in the dictionary and her picture would be next to it. She definitely calling the manager. Okay, great. Oops, I jumped. Go back. Where was I? Sorry, guys. It does that, Oh my goodness, where were we? Oh, for heaven's sakes, it really jumped. I'm not sure. I don't want to lose anything. Okay. I think I'm getting there. Maybe not. Oh my goodness, guys. I've got to get through this. Okay. Still some new ones. Well, when I stop seeing a new name, I'll know I'm all the way back. Well, no, that's as far as it lets me. So there we go again. Okay, so Melissa, what you have here? The fact that KJ has problems with every single person she interacts with should make it pretty clear that she is the problem. Yes, just like that little boy. I will tell you, he's 40 something, 41-ish right now. He and his mom never did learn this lesson. He was his only child, and it stayed this way, never changed. So that's kind of sad. I hope that's not the case here in our story. It was an example, but it didn't end well. So anyway, because it's always her. What did she say in the beginning? I wrote that down. Let's repeat that. It bears repeating. She says, it's been a crazy couple of rough months. A lot of accusations made against me. Okay. What month was that not true? What month could that not have been said, Katie? You're fighting with Janelle Eason. You're fighting with Amber. You're fighting with Leslie. You're fighting with BX Beast Boy. You're fighting with what's that pretty girl? I didn't even write her down on the list. The one that she was on the opposite side of Michael Long thing with Katie. Anyway, young YouTuber, fight with her. She fights with the Duggars. She fights with the sister wife. She fights with James Charles. That whole James Charles, when he was actually trying to help her, that's how she doesn't get it. She saw that as they're trying to take down Jeffree Star. I'm surprised, Tati, is that in the lawsuit? Maybe it's not viable, but she said that that's why they did this, is so that they could ruin Jeffree Star. If that's not slander, that's disgusting. She had no proof of that, but yet she went there. She went there. Anyway, thank you, Melissa. That's exactly, I agree. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you, Smiley Mama. Boy, that's sweet. It's so, so nice. You humble me, you guys. Oh, you love me. You have a heart of gold. We are all. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. That's very kind. What is this? What do we have here? Shout out! Shout out. You know, if you did it because you thought about it, it should be something. You know, I would never tell you to unsub. I'd only tell you to think about it. We all have these choices to make. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying tonight that Leslie's subscription is a better subscription. That's my personal opinion. That's where I'd sub. That's who I'd listen to. Well, let's see here. Becky's got some thoughts. Question. Katie admits the Duggars are her cash cow. Yes, she does. And she births them. That's right. You say you were a fan of the show. I don't watch that show and wonder why Duggar fans watch Katie. That's an excellent question. And what I can take of it is you're hoping to hear, like, if Katie brings forward on YouTube and she says, the Duggars, somebody's pregnant, and Katie puts it out there. And they don't, the Duggar fans hadn't heard that yet. The Duggar fans weren't watching or connecting to the Instagrams, or some of the Duggar kids have YouTube channels, or they didn't see it on one of the magazines and they heard it first from Katie. That would be like being in the group or in the know. So that's one thing that I think maybe is why they stay. But the truth is, and I think all of us creators know this, that there are like these, what do they call those? Like the Inquirer, these rags that snark and say things and guess and put things together, just coming short of truly lying. That there's a whole bunch of those. I've mentioned some in my older 6 weeks ago videos, my older videos, that I saw Katie using, like Soap Dirt and Showbiz Cheat Sheet and US Sun, The Insider. There's more. Anyway, as a person, how many of those could you read? How many Instagrams can you follow? How many YouTube channels? So if Katie's pulling that all together to tell you so-and-so's pregnant, I suppose that's a reason. But the problem is, then she goes on to say how disgusting it is because the person is only this age, or how disgusting it is because that's their third baby in so many years, and she wrecks the whole dang thing. So for me, it wasn't worth being able to hear. Instead, I follow the Instagrams, and I do enjoy some of the channels. I like seeing the little kids a lot, and I am a fan. You know, when you become a fan of a show like that and the children grow up, if we didn't have that show, I'd be wondering, I wonder how it would cross my mind. I wonder how so-and-so's doing. Is there any place I could see? Does this person talk anywhere? So to me, that's why. But for me personally, the negative outweighed being the one to know that that's part of the story. What's Leslie? What do we got here? Leslie Bass. Sorry, but every time I watch that video, even though it was 12 minutes, I know I had lots of comments because she just enraged me talking about you like that. Yes, Lisa, we 100% agree with each other. It was really, there's been a couple videos that I've seen that were really hard to listen to, and it shows Katie's real colors. The real Katie, not the one that sits there somewhat polished, the one that tries to be you know, a giver of information. Not that person. No, this one that talks off the camera, that's the one. Oh, you got one more, a little more here. Let's see. Leslie is far superior in every way, shape, and form, not just on the outside, but from the inside. Leslie is a class act. I agree. I agree. You know, I'm not going to talk about looks, but you know, when somebody's hateful on the inside, that often comes out, and that's what you see. So, yeah, that's what something there is amiss. There's something there that's amiss. River. Hi, River. I have known many KJs in my long life. They will befriend you for as long as they can use them. That is the truth. And I believe that is exactly what she does. Think about Unirock. When Unirock told some truth, he's dispensable. In fact, he's so dispensable that I'm going to say lies about him. I don't know Unirock, guys, and you all know I have a bit of a history because I asked to talk to him last month, but that never happened, and that's fine. I even understand why. But she did lie about him when she had that. That's who she is. Okay, you did this to me. I'm going to up that and take it further, and I'm going to be meaner, and I'm going to lie. She does no trouble. I know you can't see me right now. Here, my mouth. No trouble with lies coming out of that mouth. None. That's the problem. Oh, I have to tell you, some of this was hard because I have feelings and it's hard to watch. Real hard. Leslie, the truth always prevails and karma is a very real thing. That is KJ's karma for all the wrongs she has done and all those that she has hurt. Yes, that's what's happening. That's what we're watching right now. That's what's going on here. Carly, all of her videos are clickbait. It's such a turnoff. Just that alone. It would get tiring, right? You think you're coming for something and there's nothing. There's nothing. She did one last week and it literally was nothing. I forget the title of it, but it was about Kendra's sister perhaps not being engaged. And I have scoop and the tea is piping. And it turns out it's a woman that knows the family of the guy, but she doesn't know anything about it. Just that she thinks that if the mother took the picture down, then it must be something real. I tell you what, smiley wet here. I do not watch reality TV. I just watch Leslie to show love and support. After all the horrible things she went through. Well, that's very kind. Yes, I, on the other hand, am a reality TV junkie. My husband watches, the ABC, NBC, CBS, the shows. I'm over here on TLC, or what's the other one? What's the one that Joe and Chip are on? That's not TLC, it's the other one. My age is showing. Sorry. let's see, Lexi, were you back when she was scamming people on Facebook about a pregnancy and they were donating clothes and food and stuff to her? Okay, Lisa, I don't know that exact story. I will say that I saw stories back there, and I know she, like I said, I think that's why she's so upset with anybody that might get success on a fundraiser or a GoFundMe, is because she tried to get stuff. Wasn't it that, okay, that this is, Lisa, if you could shoot some of that to me, I think that's a puzzle piece that might be right before stuff I had come across. So I would be very interested to see. Um, kind, Leslie Bass, kind of goes with the theme to support, promote versus dragging. Oh, you do deserve it, Leslie. I'm so tickled you made it. I had no idea you were here until I saw it, but I just saying what I really feel. So glad it was well. What if I had said something wrong? Oh dear. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to hurt anybody. A lot of KJ subs are just like KJ. Well, let's talk about that. They were so nasty and mean, I had to come down on them. And believe me, I ran a bunch of those vile heifers out of the pasture where Leslie was concerned. Good job, Jane. You know, when was it Becky that asked why would they be there? She doesn't watch the shows. Why would they come and watch this stuff? I kind of took it, I answered it based on the ones that are nice, decent, happy people. But Jane has a point. There are also some pretty nasty, vile people that want to be there. Now, I just had a thought. This would be perfect if KJ talked mean, vile, hateful towards and about mean, hateful people, and her audience were mean, hateful people. Now, that would be the perfect scenario. The problem is she talks about nice people, good people, decent people, and then she and some of her people, some, not all, some of her people can be nasty. I was in chats where I got treated terribly because of this. Also, and Leslie can maybe testify to this too, as a creator, you know when it's a KJ person that comes after you because they say they repeat her version of things. You know it's coming from them. I don't even have to go look. Do they sub from her or anything? Because I know what they've said is just regurgitation of her thoughts. So you can see it. And also her nastiness. Yeah. It comes, they come for you right away. Jody, hi. Summer of 2019, I watched both channels and tried to stay neutral until Thanksgiving of 2019. And KJ started dragging LB for no reason. Yeah, that's, as I said, I've kind of tried to figure the timeline and understand how all this went down because it's pre my time on this channel, on this platform. But I agree. I believe Thanksgiving-ish time frame is when the whole thing went down with Katie and Leslie. We have to go back further for Katie and Steve. So that she did wrong right there. It started right there. But Steve's on silent right now because, and so there's an agreement they can't talk, I believe, until next June. So we'll see how that all goes. Loving the laundry. I'm anxious to hear what that is. That is so cute. Me and my laundry, and there's only two of us, but for some reason, I like to wash. I don't mind separating. I don't mind washing. Don't mind drying. Then it gets in a basket, and there we are. The folding and the putting away seems to be the catch. Oh well, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. I've always, I have always, my whole adult life struggled a little bit with my laundry. So I'm curious. I'd love you. Do you do it well, dear? Do you have tips? Anyway, always, Leslie, always feel the love. You are beautiful and blessed. Romberg, I don't know what Romberg means. Romberg, the fight is not yours. Okay, I'm not sure, love and laundry, what that is, so I'll leave that alone. But the first part, Leslie, look at this. All these people, Leslie, they love you, hon. There's a reason they're circling and sharing that with you. That you were treated like this is just beyond. Susan, what you have here, dear? Susan, did anyone see where supposedly her son purchased $1,000 in app purchases by accident, Susan? I mean, did he know he was buying them, or did it happen? I'll tell you, he's 8, right? I have 4 grandsons under 8, and even the 2-year-old could probably punch the right buttons and get something off Amazon. I can't tell you how they can do so much. You all know that I run my whole channel here off of a phone. My laptop broke. So I try to learn what I can. And literally, you guys, I could probably give a call to my 4-year-old, my 6-year-old grandsons. Hey, Grandma's stuck. And they would help me. So I don't know. I didn't know this story. And I don't know. I'm assuming it was on accident. But if you know more about that, share, because I don't know that one. I don't know that one. Lisa's got all caps. This must be pretty important. Let's see. That's why she lived. I even saw one comment where she was saying how much she loved. Huh? Wait. How much she loved Jesus, and how she says that she's an atheist. So where did she switch that up in a matter of 2 years? Wait, you saw her say she loved Jesus, Lisa? That would be news to me. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it come out of her mouth. I saw where I read about her in the Catholic Church. I read about her and her hatred towards her grandma. I saw that on video. I read her thing where she's not going to be, that's not her anymore. I got a lot of, it's in my notebook here, but that one is news to me. She loved Jesus so much. Wow. You don't judge, right? We don't judge. So how do I do this? If I don't want to judge her, then I don't see where she could know Jesus at all. And that's judgmental. So I better just stop. There's no way that computes to me. If she did, she missed a lot of the lessons. That's what I'd say. Leslie? Yes, Katie came onto the platform months before me. I grew pretty quickly and was about 200, 300 subs behind her. Then the Colin video happened. Okay, Leslie, trying to think. Is that before? We are talking Thanksgiving time period, right? I think so. I think that's right. Carrie Ann, hi. Katie is really a piece of work. Well, that's exactly to the point. I agree. She is. I love it. One warped angel remembered when that happened, Leslie. Lisa. Hi, Camilla. She says, I'm so late. You're here, dear. We're still talking about it. It shows she's narcissistic and sociopathic. She lacks the ability to show empathy, even for those close to her. Yes. I've done a little bit of reading about narcissistic behavior. I was talking about her to my daughter, and my daughter said I should look up borderline personality disorder. And then last video, some people sent me um, his histrionic borderline personality disorder, something like that. In your opinion, yes, Lisa, this all of it that we're talking about here is our opinions. We don't know any of it. Well, except for Leslie. Leslie lived it. Leslie knows her truth. And I believe Leslie's truth. I think who are you talking about here? I think he's just as bad as her. Todd? Must be Todd, right? He's the only he in our story, I think. Oh, well, it must be Todd. You guys must have been talking about it because here's one. Write down. Todd seems mean. I think he gets riled. I think he's protective of Katie, which, boy, we all like that in our mate, right? But I also think behind the scenes, he has to go, what are you doing to us? We got an estimated $5 million lawsuit that we have to pay attorneys for. What are you doing? And you're going backwards in subs. And what's going on here? He has to be thinking about that. I don't know. I don't know. Leslie must have got asked a question here. Let's take an answer. Yes, I done a video about Janelle's. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. Janelle's brother, and Katie heard about it. She didn't watch it, but she went on a live and went off about me. She ended up watching the video way later. Isn't that terrible? And that video, Leslie, bless your, and I know that's something you say, bless your heart, when you mean it's kind of like sarcastically or something. I'm not saying it sarcastically. I really mean it. You took stuff that I don't know how you took it. That was, I don't want to sound like a prude, but that the language and the ability, the vulgarness to someone she doesn't know, and to no hurt of her. She made that to somehow be about her son. Well, that isn't what happened, and that wasn't what Leslie was doing. And I think it's all crap. And Leslie had to take this vile stream right at her. That is the real Katie. Everybody, watch that video. If you're on the fence, you don't know, you don't get it, you want to know who she really is, watch that. And if you still support that and think that's great, who am I to say? We all get to decide what we like, what content we like. Yeah, that was another thing. We all know that that's below the belt. Whoops. But it is. But it is. That's as nasty as it gets. And it's also crude. Very crude. I don't like it at all. Leslie, as one Christian to another, I want to tell you, I could see your light shine from the beginning, and KJ could too. And oh my gosh, can we frame that one? Jane, that's perfect. She could too, and she didn't like it. Yes. Boy, Jane, I love that. I really do. I love that. Leslie, let's screenshot that one. That one's a good one. One warped angel. I truly believe she was worried about how fast you were growing and you were a nicer person. We can put that one with Jane's, and pretty much there we go. We got it. We're all understanding, aren't we? We're getting it. Leslie, he told us to shut our mouths and get back to our dog bowl. Or something like that. Allegedly. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. What is that? Why? He doesn't have to be nasty to defend her crap, but yet this is what comes out. The C word, and then get back to the dog bowls. Good grief. Well, Becky's got something here to say. Here, look at this. Okay, Becky. That expose the troll comment Katie made was by my email. Inspired by my email. I sent to her cautioning not to make that apology tour video. A mod of Unis reached out to me to show how Katie will go. How low Katie will go. Yeah. Yeah. She comes out and says she's sorry to all these bigger people, but behind the scenes, she's laughing. Oh, damn trolls, these people, blah, blah, blah. Ugh. Seriously. And that's, again, changing the apology tour to expose the troll tour is the real Katie Joy. She shows us her real spirit all the time. Matt. Hi, Matt. Katie's YouTube career has brought cops, CPS to the door, destroyed her reputation, and landed her a huge lawsuit. That is all true. That is all true. And she, with all of that, wouldn't any one of those be cautionary? You'd go, maybe I'm doing something not quite right. For sure, by the second one, you'd pull back. I say that about those cease and desist too. It took 4 didn't stop her. 4 didn't stop her. For all of us, wouldn't we be on our best behavior by number 2? Even if we were like a little cocky or something at 1, wouldn't we be on our best behavior by 2? Just at 4, she was still cocky. At the video I saw was 3, I think, and she was still cocky as all hell. Just disgusting. Just disgusting. So hard to. Ooh. Hi, everybody. If I missed somebody to say hi to, hope not. Hannah says exactly, Matt Bear, and she hasn't. Yeah, okay, Hannah, let's talk about that for just a minute. And she hasn't even been on that long. YouTube has thousands of creators, hundreds in this category, the commentary category. There's one person that has systematically become the Wicked Witch of the West, East, North, South. I don't care. Wicked Witch, one. And she managed to do that in a year and a half to 2 years. Wow. That is an accomplishment right there. Yeah. I don't know how that works. I don't have mods yet, guys, but I don't even know if that needs to be moderated, but it's there. Hi, Tina. How are you? Tina, I think KJ is incapable of change. That's my concern, Tina. She is the person we all now see firsthand. I have met some in my life who were like her, and I just kept moving. Yeah, I know. For me, I'm not going anywhere because I'm going to fight the lies. I can't do anything else but fight the lies. But for the content that I watch, for the stories that I know, and I know, guys, that's the problem. If I was to tell you that I have watched Friends from start to finish, probably 100 times, I don't think I'd be off. I own the DVDs. So when I was at work, I'd put them in and listen to them. I didn't get to watch them, but over and over and over and over and over and over. Well, since then, I've moved on, and now it's the TLC content and some of which we haven't figured out which channel, I don't know, but the one that Chip and Joanna are on. HGTV, right? I think I found it. Yes. Those two channels are my go-to channels. If something's on there, I'm going to watch. If it's something I'm not interested in, then I don't watch. But yeah, so I know this stuff. So yes, just keep on rolling. Maria, and there's no harm. Right. I could send them whether he wants them or not. If he can use them or not, doesn't even matter. I think that's a good idea. Thank you. Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. I live in my town. I have never heard anything bad about. Oh, they live in my town, and I've never heard any bad about them. Are we talking about the Duggars? Do you live in Town and what's the bigger town there near? Springdale, Arkansas? Somewhere there? My daughter-in-law's family is from just north of there. And if I get the chance once COVID's done, I thought it might be fun to go down and hang with them and maybe make a drive around there and take pictures of the things, even if I don't see the people. Might be fun that since this has become so important to me, right? But I'm not even sure. Are you talking about the Duggars, Jennifer? Hi, Sandra. Nice to see you. Yes, 2020's been hard. Yes. And it's time to kind of have a new leaf or new outlook. So that's all I'm trying to suggest. What you got here? I remember when KJ said, everyone thinks Matt and I have a thing going on. And she giggled. Who's everyone? Her? Well, don't you know, Hoot? For her, everyone, some are saying, fans think that's her. Just point back at her. That's her. She uses that so it can be bigger. Lots of people think Matt and her have a thing going. When she came out trying to be funny, she thought that's the thing. She thinks she's funny. Oh, good Lord. So it's in the title, right? Funny, intelligent. Tea. Remember, she's not a tea channel. Just has a teacup with steam and says tea, but she's not a tea channel. Anyway, she giggles, and she did that thing about Cody in one of her. She started using banners because she was upping the professionalism of the channel. So then she had these little banners that she thought were so cute. And she's not Cody Brown's fifth wife. I don't know if it was 2 months before she told us that she had a dream where she was Cody's fifth wife and he couldn't wait to have her. I think this girl has a problem with her self-esteem, thinking that all men want her. Why would she care? And if we're bi, how come it's not women too? Just curious. Just a question I'm putting out there for universe. Sorry, I digress. I can use it too, right? I digress. Okay, Jody. Katie literally dragged Leslie right before Christmas and during such a dark time. That shows her true colors. Leslie stayed true to herself, and that's why I love her. That's really cool. And yes, that, without bringing up everything, yeah, Leslie was going through crap. And most people, I don't know anybody, Leslie, if you're still here, I don't know anybody that wouldn't say, here's some money, pay for your truck, pay for your heat payment, buy yourself a new top. I mean, seriously, this is just ludicrous that she thought this was like damning to you. And I'm still so sorry. And it jumped on me again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to back up as far as I can. Oh my goodness, it really jumped. Shoot. Why does it do that? Any creators know why that happens? Okay. Hi, Angie. Yeah, Susan, since telling us she will never use her son for content, she's made 3 videos. Hasn't she, though? Hasn't she, though? That was, I don't know what that was. Was that lies from the liar? Don't know. Kentucky girl. She's talking to Angel. I can't remember the video, but someone said she does not get along with her dad at all. Now that one I don't know yet. I know there's an issue with mom, big issue with grandma. Don't know about the dad. So if anybody has that, like to share it with me, that would just be one more piece of the puzzle I'd have to figure this whole thing out. Hoot. Yes, I heard her say she loved Jesus too. Okay, so Lisa and you both. So that's 2. I'm going with it. Wow. Shocking, right? She loved Jesus. Holy cow. I think that's blasphemy or something, right? Hi, Candy. How are you? Just joining. It's nice to have you. The title caught my eye. I'm friends with Leslie. Candy did her dirty, and I'm sure you all remember. Yes, Candy, I think that's kind of what we're saying and discussing here, but you're so welcome to be here. Thanks for coming. Enjoy having your ideas too. Liz, hi. Someone had told me that she found Jesus after, well, what's that saying? There's no atheist in a foxhole, which means there's nobody will be without faith when they're in trouble. And so I could see that. And for me, however you find Jesus is a good thing and a good day. Just saying, my opinion. Julianne, hi. There's a video of Katie and Todd joking how they had been fake Christians too. I saw that video, Julianne. Yes, yes. They had tried it, but the excuses they made, and here's the sad part of all this. She went into that because she had no friends. She doesn't have friends in her neighborhood. She doesn't have friends on YouTube. She doesn't have friends. She left the church. She had friends in her mom groups that she destroyed once they saw the real her. I'm sorry, I know we've been on here a while, but I'm going to go back to my story about that neighborhood kid. You need to wake up if you realize that every family in the street does not care for your child. Is it them or is it the kid? It happened to be that this little boy was a terror, and the mother couldn't see it. And she raised that little boy to be a man that's having struggles. So didn't work out so good. But yeah, it's sad. I think she reached for friends, and she just doesn't know how to be a friend. Katie, if you're listening, you have to be a friend to get a friend. Bottom line. Candy says she needs Jesus. He is the only one that can help her. Well, Candy, yes. Now, if you're a Christian, of course we all feel that way. But let's say you're not a Christian. The things Jesus had to say, if you just open a Bible that's got the red text, that these are the gospel, meaning these are Jesus' words, just read that. You don't have to be a Christian to think that Jesus was leading people the right way. Jesus had good things to say, good things to live by. You don't have to be religious to go there. If you are religious, of course, we all go there. But this is not going to be a religious video. I'm not qualified, but I can say that what Candy said, that I agree with that. I do agree with that. If only to read the words and see if you can glean anything from that. Kathy, hi Kathy. I have a lot of her videos in liked videos, and she's a stinker. Good way to put it. Like, that's nice way to put it. Good job. I say she's a pill. That's my word. She's a pill. Lisa, yes, she used to be Christian, which is why she wrote the for Pathos, a Christian blog. She said she gave up on God because the church her and her husband were going to would always help her out. She, that they quit helping her, perhaps. Or I'm just not quite getting it. But yes, I do agree that the Pathos thing. Now, I know that Pathos has a non-Christian side, and Katie's stuff might have fallen there. This would be a good point for Suzanne Tinklemeyer. I'm not sure how to say that right either, but she did work for Pathos, so she would know exactly. But she gave up on God. Yeah, that's the sad part right there. Hi, Angie. But would never help them out, so she decided to become an atheist. She knows nothing about atheism or Christianity. Um, I'm glad you fixed that. Now I understand. Also, Christmas trees, Christmas decorations, stockings, Christmas presents. If she really was Yule, wouldn't it be done differently? Just a thought. I don't know enough. Maybe I'll read about this and let you know later. But it's not atheists to have all that. Just wondering how you make that work. Make that make sense. Isn't that Katie's? Make that make sense. Oh, good grief. Kentucky girl, it says. Her daughter's a therapist. I showed her some of KJ's videos, and she thought she definitely had narcissistic tendencies. Yeah, if you look up the things that require you to be a narcissist, and she definitely, I mean, for us lay people, it definitely looks like it, right? Kathy, after Jesus, though, she has to love KJ. You can't love others if you don't love yourself. Maybe that's the brunt of it, right? That's sad. That's sad. But just like the Grinch or whatever, you have to get there. She has to get there. She's not there yet. That she is not. Oh, Ashley, I think so too. There is another creator that put out videos today with KJ telling suicidal chatterers to leave. That makes, yeah, I saw some of that. I didn't see the whole thing. I'd be anxious. Do you know which creators? So you could mention it here so we could go watch it. Be very curious to see it put together in a way that I can understand it. Hi, the best mama bear. Weren't we all mama bears? And I high five you. That's a nice name. I saw Leslie's video last night. My heart goes out to her. How anyone can be so vile to another on YouTube is beyond me. Big love, Leslie. Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. Yes. It's hard to watch that and see Leslie treated like that, anyone treated like that, and then that we know Leslie's a nice, good person, did nothing wrong, it makes it really hard, really hard. Good Candy. My husband would have disconnected the Wi-Fi a long time ago. You know, she said something. I believe, I forget now. I literally have probably watched 10 videos today. I don't know which one, but she said she was answering somebody and she's like, well, no, I wouldn't consider leaving this platform. Not if, it makes my money, pays my bills, supports us. That's when you look for another job. Where was that? That was disconnected too, because you're not doing well at this job. So you should look for a different job. You're not doing well at this, in my opinion. Seems to be some other people's opinions. Just saying. That's why they asked you that. Kelly. Hi, Kelly. I think Todd is there for money, not because, well, could he? I don't know. He does seem protective of her. And he sure takes a lot of crap that we see. What happens to what we don't see? Just saying. Yeah. So I could see where you might think that, Kelly. I get that. Yeah, Kentucky girl. Bless your heart has dual meaning. Yeah, that's what I was trying not to use it the wrong way, because I know that it's said like underhanded. I don't know. Okay. You who? My tutu. That's a cute name. Willow, I think she's way behind in the chat because I don't see her now either. Are you looking for Leslie? She might have popped out. Because somebody else a little bit back, probably Willow, said I can't see. Somebody said that. Yeah. Willow said, why can't I see Leslie? Well, she might have popped out, hon. She was here for a while. Probably has things to do. We got 6 kids. It was supper time. I subscribed, or I guess, well, after supper time. But anyway, I don't know where her time is either. I subscribed to her back when the whole Amber Portwood thing. And I've seen her decline. Decline. When the evidence became overwhelmingly clear, that's when I started seeing her for what people said. So that's interesting, Patty Ann, and hi, by the way. As a subscriber and someone that enjoyed her content, we're all curious, to what it was that drawed you to her. For me, it was someplace that had some sort of Duggar news until I saw that it was lies. I mean, it was literally just a couple videos, and I saw this isn't true. She's not telling me the truth. But I wonder what it was for you. Was it that she had stuff on the Amber Portwood story that others didn't, or just curious? But welcome, Patty Ann. My cousin's Patty Ann, just like that. So I know. Katie did a video on Colin too. It's Chakota? Chakoti. I'm going to go with that. I hope I'm close. Katie did a video on Colin too, then deleted it and abused Leslie. Are you kidding? That is a piece of the puzzle I didn't know. Seriously, even then, a year ago, she pulled the video. We know that pattern. And then abused Leslie. Same. Change, put in a different name. Put in Jessa Duggar. Put in the Busby. Put in whatever name you want. Make it, know it's wrong, pull it back, and abuse somebody else. Wow. Hi, Nurse Kimberly. How are you? Was this a stream or video KJ did today? What we're talking about is a video Leslie did today. And she had a video of KJ in it, and it isn't pretty, Nurse Kimberly. It shows KJ in one of her nicer moments. Not. Oh, it was hard to watch. Hard to watch. Angie says Todd and Katie are one and the same. Ween Fane, hi. Hi, guys. Don't think I've been here before. Hope everyone's doing well. I have seen you, I believe, in either Charlotte's, maybe Big Red's chats. Who else? I think one of those two, maybe. Am I right? Seen you before? Anyway, welcome. Glad you're here. Jen says, wait. So KJ tried to say that Leslie Bass committed fraud for a fundraiser that she didn't start or had any control over. I went back to the beginning of the video and I'm trying to catch up. Yes, Jen, that is the story. Steve McRae, another KJ enemy, was helping Leslie. And KJ didn't want that to be true. So she hated Leslie, hated the fundraiser, called Leslie a whole bunch of vile things, said she committed crimes. It was terrible, just terrible. But to me, any video, no, not any, but a lot of the videos I've seen, they all could be that kind of version, but just about some other person. That's exactly, she doesn't care. She lies, twists, whatever. Sarah says, I woke up and LB video was up on YouTube, so I watched it. It was great. That's right. And it's got good information. Kitten on the keys says she has to be the smartest in the room, or so she thinks. She's not fooling us anymore, Kitten. That's what she wants. That's what she thinks. But we've all got her number now. She's not the smartest one in the room, but she wants to be. Hi, Heather. I believe he also called a person. Todd. I think I heard that. I do think I heard that. I don't know where though. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. I did see. I've seen some stuff about Todd and his music companies. And there are pictures of Nazi emblems that I certainly wouldn't want to be affiliated with. I'll just say that. Hi, Willow. I like this channel. I can't stand all the cussing. Thank you. And that's why I watch Leslie as well. Well, you're welcome if you're saying that to me. I try not to cuss. I hope the chat's doing pretty good at that too. I think I'm to the point where I'm probably going to have to get a couple moderators so that we don't have any problems in the chat. For me, when I watch videos, I can handle a curse word if it's placed in the right place. Like, yeah, I can see where someone would say it that way. I don't like the creators that seem to be yelling at you. It's like, wait, okay, I get it. And they don't quit the whole thing. Maybe it's a rant, maybe that's, but I know of a couple that I've seen the content is not a rant and they still seem to be yelling. And that, I don't like that feeling, I guess. But I agree with the cursey words. I guess cussing. Emily's got me saying cursey words. Oh, thank you, Kentucky girl. Yes, I am drawn to True Max because of her Christian character. Thank you. I will say that 10 years, 15 years ago, I decided that to be able to practice any faith that I had, that I was going to live a life of kindness. I wanted it to be that if you were around me or if you had an encounter with me, that I handled it respectfully and I was kind to you. I've lived that way and it has served me well. And I think it would serve everyone well. Just a thought. Yeah. As I've said many times, I'm not this Bible pounding person. That's not me either. But I am a Christian and I do love Jesus. But I'm open-minded to other people and other people's thoughts and beliefs. I don't believe I have to make anybody agree with that. Just this kind of where I live, guys. And thank you. I really do appreciate it when you notice that. I really thank you for that. That means a lot to me. I hadn't heard about KJ since my encounter with her a year ago. Mentioned not liking her new haircut, and her 4 or 5 of her followers jumped all over me. Came to my tiny, irrelevant channel. Was horrible. Don't they? I know the pounce. And you know it's them. You know who and what is why they're there. Oh dear. Yeah, the edges, right? I can't say anything today, guys. I wasn't coming live today, but this afternoon when I saw Leslie's video and then I had to run some errands, get some prescriptions taken care of my husband. And as I was driving, I'm just like, I'm going live. I need to talk to my friends out here. And oh, I couldn't believe Leslie had to take that crap. Jane, hi again. Steve is old school and integrity is everything to him. That's why he went after Katie. She twisted the situation so he felt he had to defend himself, but he went a little too hard and he looked crazy. I'm glad you brought that up, Jane. I'm aware of this situation. It's one of the puzzle pieces I have collected. And I have this to say about that. If I was Steve and the things that she accused him of, that lives on your reputation forever. I would have fought tooth and nail too. And if he went a little hard or went a little too much, I can't say I blame him. That what she did is that dirty, underhanded crap. And she didn't know it was going to become a big thing. And it did. And look at what has happened in 2020. He's MIA. He's losing and lost in court. More charges or such may be coming. And everybody, Katie and Unirock, backed the wrong horse. Totally backed the wrong horse. Steve was in the right the whole dang time. And in a year, or a little over a year, whatever, it's proven out. So I'm glad to hear. I don't know Steve. Never talked to Steve. I have believed he was right before this, but I've been getting more people coming to me personally to tell me more stories. And interestingly, they all seem to match. And Jane, they match what you've said here. So it's really nice to know he's old school and integrity is everything to him. I think it shows, even though if he went a little far, it's because integrity, his reputation was on the line. It's disgusting when a woman does that. Disgusting. Angie says exactly, Jane. Well, Angie, we high five again. Liz, Todd puts on a face, in my opinion. He has her back in chats, but we've seen him drag her. Yes. Yes, we have. Absolutely. Let's Heather. She is now using her second channel to Mrs. Nice. Not. Yeah, that's where she's going to throw the crap. Yeah. And isn't it funny? She left it alone for more than 2 months. And now all of a sudden we're there every dang day with some sort of nonsense. Hi, Ames. How are you? The video she did against Leslie about the whole Janelle thing was disgusting. I mean, I drop F bombs here and there, but OMG, was that vile? Yes. Yes. Vile is the absolute best word. Yes. And I agree. If an F bomb comes up, it's not, again, like I'm a prude. I have said that word. I don't use that word frequently, but I have said that word. And I know people that do. And I don't, it's not like, oh, my ears can't have that. But there's something about the vileness, the disgustingness. I don't even have words to say it right. That drives you crazy. Ames, we agree. We completely agree. Kathy's going to pray those demons out of her. Oh, I hope it works, Kathy. You go, girl. What you got here? She also said, I was ignorant. Well, geez. Because I have a Kentucky accent. LOL. I don't get upset easily, but Lord, there's no adult conversation with a 42-year-old woman and her followers. I agree. I agree completely. I'm sorry she was thinking, yeah, I know she does that. I know I've heard her do that, put down people that she thinks must not be very smart because that accent doesn't sound like hers, I guess. I think it's charming. I enjoy it. I lived in North Carolina for a couple of years when I was a youth. And funny, I did get an accent during that time. And my grandma was like, oh my gosh, how cute are you? Thinking I was doing it on purpose. But I wasn't. It just naturally had happened in 2 years. So that's ridiculous. I feel bad that she did that to you. Hi, Mariana Santos. Hi. The stink of sulfur tends to hang heavy in Katie's wake. And boy, that does smell bad. I know exactly what you're talking about. Madam Butterfly, hello, how are you? I am by no means a JK fan, but I am beginning to believe enough is enough. She has shamed. The girl has a problem, has problems. You can't fix stupid. Yeah, that is the thing, isn't it? Enough is enough. That's kind of where we're all at. Well, we see her for what she is. It's crystal clear. Where maybe some people saw it because things that they had interwoven with her, but now it's like the whole stream has been open. That's what I see. The truth enough. Yep. I hear narcissists will never get help. They are truly incurable. I could be wrong, but well, that makes sense. They're always in the right. They do no wrong. That would definitely be the case. Shauna says it's because she's replying to that. It is because they will never admit that they have a problem because they don't think they do. And I'm sorry, Carly. Oh, Carly says that her mom is one. I'm sorry too, Carly. That has to be hard. Carly says they are hard to even diagnose because they truly believe there is nothing wrong with them, and everyone else get just out of them. Yeah, I see that. Whoops, it jumped again. What the heck? Doggone it. I don't want to miss anybody. I hate that. I try to at least talk to each of you. Oh, goodness gracious. It's going to stop me here. I know it. Okay, yeah. Doggone it. I hope I didn't miss too much. Dagwood. I love Jesus, but don't care much for organized religion. Well, that's fine too. Um, I know some people have struggles with churches and the dogma of it, I guess. But Jesus is good, however you get him. So I support you. I agree. He's a great hero to have, in my opinion. I love him. Hi, Joanne. How are you? I agree with you and have been on her case since the first week because her glee and sparkling eyes over someone else's pain drove me nuts. Joanne, that's exactly what I saw in this video today. She was just too darn happy, joyful, gleeful for somebody else having struggles. Then she wonders why we don't like her. She thinks it's because of the lawsuit. No, honey, it's not because of the lawsuit. Oh my goodness, yeah, that glee part, I saw it too. Incognito. KJ is being very strategic with that backup channel. She's gaining followers pretty fast, and she's gained a couple thousand over the past few weeks, couple weeks. It's small, it's smart, but I refuse to give her a sub. Well, I can tell you, I've seen her play some plays very strategically, very strategically. But that doesn't mean just because she's shrewd, doesn't mean we agree with everything or like what she's doing. Yeah, she's made a couple plays. I agree. Incognito. Thanks. I love your name, especially because I'm generally silent. I'm glad you spoke tonight. It's nice to meet you. GGB agrees with Dagwood. I missed what Dagwood said. Getting back here. It's called Schadenfreude. Not sure if the spelling. Yeah, what Katie's doing. So I'm not sure where I'm at in the chat here. What is that? Gigi says yes, so we're gonna go with that. I generally do apologize if guys have seen any of my comments from being super sassy lately. LOL, just came back around with all this and she's ticked me off so bad. Yeah, you're gone. You think, okay, you come back. Whoops, she did it again. Yeah, I've been there. I know exactly. Oh, gosh. Oh, me too. I own it and not nice, but I own it. Yeah, sometimes we say things, don't we? Kentucky Girl, when she went in under one of her sock accounts and deleted and blocked a lot. Are you talking about the mom's group or not? It could be anything, to be honest with you. She was in that night I was in Uni's thing and she had us a wrench, so boom, I was gone. So I'm not sure which one you're talking about, but it could be any of them, right? She'd Turner, hey, I just saw you. Hope you're doing well. And she says it's good evening, right back. Awesome. Dixie Doo, I don't sub to KJ or watch any of her videos unless someone else posts hers on their channel. Well, that's the best way if you're trying to avoid it because of the interaction part, I guess. Kelsey, hi Kelsey. Again, this all makes me annoyed that YouTube has not stepped in. Well, that is problematic, isn't it? I know several people since I've been around that have asked YouTube to step in with the violations about children, the violations of misuse, of striking things, many things that she should have been talked to about it. What the heck is this one? So sorry KJ treated you that way. She and Jessie Bear called me a hick and a hillbilly. Seriously? Jabers. So two of you have that to say. That's not good. That is not good. Bailey. Oh yeah, of your country or sound country, in her opinion, you have zero IQ. Yeah, I've noticed that. I've seen it myself. I got a troll on another channel last night just because I disagreed with one of the creators. Well, that's not good. Dagwood says men often get an accent in the military. I didn't know that. Interesting. Kentucky girl, that's terrible. So sorry. I've been so self conscious about my accent, but I have loved in since being adult. Just hate when people say stuff like that. Dealt with it my whole entire life. Well, I think it's wrong just to begin with. Charlotte has an accent. She's one of the most respected and respectable people on the YouTube. She has an accent. There should be no self consciousness about that. It's people say I have an accent. I've heard other people in different parts of the country be told they have an accent. It's just, I think it's if it's different than you have an accent, right? Hi, Melly, Melly, Melilyn. I don't just, wait, I don't like KJ at all, but I just clicked on her live and she's talking with her subs and someone just told her how awful she looks. Oh no, I will never be part of that group. It's just mean. Yes, it is. Nobody should be talking about looks. We God gives us what we have. Then we put on makeup and try to look best. And then also, some of us have aged. So no looks, no talk, no mean. That is mean. The problem here is I think she's been so mean to others that I think some people feel she deserves some meanness, but two wrongs don't make a right. So we have to be careful, I guess, right? That's where I'm going to go with that. Kelsey, I was trying to say how annoying it is that YouTube is not stepping in and taking your channel down. That is all harassment, which is against their terms of agreement. Yes, it is, Kelsey. And they stay out of it. You know, in a way, it's good they stay out of things, but here's where I would say, if some people come in and they told YouTube, hey, look at this, once, twice, three times, maybe we could say that they're just using the hands-off approach, but it's literally repetitive. They're hearing about it all the time. So then you'd think they would come in and look and say, enough is enough. I don't know. Just my thought. It jumped, guys. So sorry. Heather. Being Canadian, I spell some words differently. So who cares about things like that? Nobody here. Go ahead. Spell them however you learned them. That's fine. Hoot. People have a chit show with my accent. I sound like Janelle's mom, Barb. Well, they should leave you alone, right? Oh, it jumps all the time. But okay, here we go. Dixie Doo. I love Louisiana and I hope to visit it one day. I've been there a couple times. Very nice and beautiful place. Kiki. Hi, Kiki. I'm originally from Chicago and have a strong Midwest accent. I live in Atlanta and they know I'm not from the South. Isn't that the truth? Oh, Gigi. It's not so much her videos or lives as it is how she's harassing other creators. That's what YouTube needs to look at. Yeah, because that's the problem with, I mean, they aren't going to monitor her content necessarily, but it's her in between things. Yeah. Well, thank you, Heather. You and Charlotte. Oops, jumped. You and Charlotte have love channels. You bring different aspects of things and very relaxing. Well, thank you. Sandra, I think YouTube will address her in January. She has angered the wrong attorney. Well, that's true. We learned about that, didn't we? Kiki's moved 20 times. Wow. The Bill collectors will find me. Oops. Ah, Dagwood. If you move forward in the comments, it will stop jumping. Well, I'm gotta go back and see where I was. There, Dagwood. I can't. You ought to try this. It's a little tricky. YouTube probably won't step in, but I foresee her channel imploding. Well, that's a possibility. Police wife life. Hi there, kiddo. I made a sign for Blue Lives. If I forget what it said, it was a really nice sign I had made. Okay. I believe that people can change. Okay, let's go with that. That sounds good. However, I also know that a leopard can't change their spots. Okay, that's the other side. We got both sides here. KG is not fooling anyone, especially when she is still being her old snarky self. That's right. And, you know, I know there's this snarky thing, which in my time we called that snotty, but snarky is a nicer way to put it. The problem is she takes it further than snarky. It she goes too far. That's the problem. It always has been. Whoops, where'd Jen go? She's asking what there she is. Is this other channel still under or separate? If not, then is that why she's moving everyone over? Because it's not included in the lawsuit. She's charged her changed her Twitter handle. You know, I don't know the legalities of any of this, but I would think it's would still be under her without a crystal ball. Maybe she's opened a separate LLC. Maybe. I don't know. And I don't know what that would mean when you're in the middle of a lawsuit. you can't take your funds and open a different bank account. But I don't know, guys. I don't know, but that's something to think about. Absolutely. If anybody in the stream knows, that'd be great. It's unfortunate if she's the family breadwinner. Being snarky is more important than feeding her family. Yeah, and it's wrecking her. Absolutely wrecking her. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. A lot of people traveling. Police wife, 100% agree. I see through all her fakeness that she has been throwing out lately, and it has been. It's pathetic. It is pathetic. There might be gullible people that think that she's being honest with them, but I don't see it. She's really more mean and rude than snarky. I could make that great big. Great big. Bigger font, highlighted. She's more mean and rude than she is snarky. And she lies. Where do lies go? Lies aren't in snarky. I don't know, guys. Something to think about. Gigi says I can be snarky and have continuous RBF, but I do have a heart. And I don't think KJ does. Well, now we're back to the Grinch. Do you think people will ever try to give her a second million chance, or she's burned too many bridges? I think she's already had second, third, fourth million chances. For me, it would take her for a long period of time being decent and respectable before I would believe it wasn't an act. I've seen too much. She's done way too many crappy things to way too many people. She's written too much crappy crap. Then she comes on YouTube and she's done too much crappy crap. But if anyone here that's listening to me has a heart and thinks that I'm wrong and she deserves second chance, you're welcome here and you can tell me that. I just have seen so much, guys, so much. Sandra says, I think she knows that main channel is in trouble, so she's building the second channel. There is definitely something. Well, she does want to come on and whine. She wants to come on and tell her story. She wants to come on and pretend to fakely defend herself. And she said repeatedly that her regular channel doesn't want to hear that. So this is her channel to vent. If it works, if people want to hear her whine and complain and they want to sub to that, then I guess it's going to work. So, I mean, it's worked pretty good. She opened up and she had 1,000 subs. I don't know for sure, but I think less than a week. And then it just is, it's kind of sat, of course, lay dormant, kind of sat like 3,000 to 30 some thousand. I mean, 3,800 or whatever, not thousand. And it sat there for quite a while, but so did the channel. Dixie Doo, for sure. She thinks it's snark is cute for being a 40-year-old mean girl. Yeah. Did any of you see the Radiant Brits exposure of the Jill Rodriguez video? Whether you like Jill Rodriguez or not, she did Jill dirty and she was disgusting. And again, there's the real Katie, the mean girl, the little snippy snap. There she is, hurting Jill, being mean. Not everybody has money to buy $300+ makeup palettes. I surely don't. My budget's way closer to Jill's than it is to Katie's. So And even if I had that money, it would be some magical eyeshadow to be worth that. I don't know, guys. I've used nice stuff, and I've used dime store stuff. And somewhere in the middle is where it worked for my complexion and for what I wanted to wear. But she was really mean to Jill. Really mean. And watch that video. It's on, it's, Radiant Brit's video is YouTube's Mean Beauty Guru or something like that. I'm close. It's my opinion. I definitely want to visit in the summer. Okay, so we were talking about, last I knew, like Louisiana, I think, maybe Dixie. Is that what you're talking about? Dagwood or Sissis don't change because they see nothing wrong with themselves. Yeah, when they look in that pond, they see beautiful. They see absolutely beautiful. Gigi says bingo to Dagwood. Yes, I think that's right. Yes, there's a lot of agreement here tonight. A lot of agreement. Isn't that great? I love it. Okay. True Ball of Max. I just absolutely, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You're a breath of fresh air. I just subscribed to you and rang the bell. Thank you, dear. We love having you here. I appreciate that very much. Carly, I think the only thing that will help her at this point is her husband putting his foot down. He needs to cut the Wi-Fi and take her to see a professional. Well, there's other channels that have talked about, is there someone there that loves her? Is there someone there that can step up and speak truth to her, that care about her? Because somebody needs to do that. And if she doesn't have friends, if she doesn't have a relationship with her parents, I think she has some relationship. There was mention on the little guy's birthday that the parents stopped by. So there's some relationship there. But it's going to be up to Todd. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I have best friends and I rely on them to tell me the truth. Am I looking at this wrong? Did I overstep? Did I say this? Whatever. And they look me in the face and say, "Yep, this time I think you did," because they love me, because I love them. That's the relationship we have, and it's really sad that she doesn't have that back. Kiki, I can handle snarky. What I can't deal with is how she hurts people. What KJ did to criticize Jill Rodriguez was way past snarky. What did Jill ever do to her? Kiki, Jill is a Christian. That's what she did. That's the target, as Leslie put it. There's the target. If you're a Christian, Katie says it's only fundies, but then I have the video 2-3 months ago. We're adding Busby's outdaughtered. Only fundies. They're not fundies. So she has a bent about Christians. Big time. Big time. Angel, I agree again. We should keep count, Angel. She has too many chances. I agree. She's had way too many. And it's hard. You want to say, yeah, okay. But it's going to take a while this time. She's burned way too many bridges as far as Dixie Doo is concerned. I agree, Dixie Doo, as far as I'm concerned. There's not a nice and sincere bone in her body. That's the problem. None of the apologies were nice and sincere. She showed us on the Discord what she really thought of those apologies, and she's taken back all the rest of them. Think about that. She retracts it. It's ridiculous. Sandra, if she loses her main channel, she can keep her personal channel. I don't know if that's true. I think that's what we all think, but I think like for instance, let's say that the lawsuit ends and financially she gets a fine. Let's say KJ loses some sort of fine or penalty or whatever, and Tati's side says, and no more YouTube or social media. If they pull that, that would be across the board. So it won't help her to have a different channel with a different LLC. It'll be her off. That's my interpretation. I could be wrong. I'm not an attorney, but I think we all think perhaps that's what she's hoping it's going to be separate. But I think if the S hits the fan, I think it might be all. But Dixie Doo, she was cruel to Jill. She absolutely was. It was hard to watch, wasn't it, guys? It was hard to watch. She was tipsy as well, I felt. The tongue was a little thick many times, which there's the loudmouth Sue, right? Makes it easier for her to be meaner yet to Jill. She couldn't do anything to change how and what I think of her. I do have a big heart, but I'm just done. Yeah, you get there, don't you, Hoot? I agree. Angel. KJ hurt my feelings when she yelled at me, oh dear, about the Duggars. Angel, DM me with that. Tell me your story. I'd love to hear it. And you can get me at Twitter if you do Twitter, True Ball of Wax, at Waxy True, if you need to see that part. And if you don't have that, you can email me at trueballofwax@gmail.com. I'd love to hear how that went and what you were talking about, please, if you have the time. I'd love it. I forgot that quick about Jill video. I don't feel bad now about the live. That was so mean. Yes. Yes. I see what you're saying. Yes. Yes. I know nothing about makeup. Her video on makeup, her licking was gross. It was. It was. You know, I'm not going to say that I'm doing my makeup and something, maybe I bumped the mascara on my nose or something, that I haven't done that, right? I haven't. I have. But I wouldn't do that on a video. And I wouldn't do that as I'm trying to tell you how to do makeup. But on the other hand, if I was sitting at a desk like she does, and you got all this beautiful makeup, hundreds of dollars of makeup sitting there, she couldn't have a little cup of water or a little bit of some sort of soap or, I don't know, astringent to do that with? Come on. Hundreds of dollars, remember, all over that table. I've got a big heart too, but I'm done with thinking she'll ever improve. Dixie, I think we're all there, hon, aren't we? Oops, it jumped again. Talk on it. I mean, I don't know how to make that stop. Looks like none of us have worn makeup. Most of us. OMG, those palettes are insensitive to our audience when your paying members are saying they can't pay their phone bill. Seriously. Exactly. There's a lot of us out here. It's not easy. We're barely, the fingernails are holding on to the top of the cliff. And she's got hundreds of dollars. Yeah, give me a break. The only point of $300 eyeshadow is so you can tell people you have $300 eyeshadow. That's right. That's exactly right. That's funny. Sorry, twins woke up. Had to lay them back down. Seems like I missed 15 minutes. No, you're good. We're still chatting. Bingo again, Dr. Dagwood. Heck, at 45, I'm spending money on skincare products, not the makeup. Isn't that the truth? Oh my gosh. I remember, I'm going to be telling my age here, but I remember going to a friend's house for a Mary Kay facial. And I mean, I'm probably 21 years old. I don't know. And I didn't have much. I had some mascara, but the lady is telling us to buy the skincare. That's what they really want to focus on. Use the skincare. What do you like with the skincare? And all we, or especially me, was wanting to see was the colors of the makeup. What kind of mascara you got? And she's telling us, no, it's the skincare. Now, all these years later, I get it. I really, really get it. Carly, I think she uses expensive eyeshadow to give the impression that she's well off. Yep, 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 yep. Absolutely Dagwood, awful eyeshadow at that. See, I don't know the qualities of this stuff. My daughter might know. She's younger and more into all that. Honestly, never wore makeup. A couple of times tried, wore blush, mascara. I'm sure you probably look just fine. But yeah, my mother's never wore makeup, so I didn't know much about makeup. Um, but my mother has, to this day, the most beautiful complexion ever. It's peaches and cream. She never breaks out. Maybe it's the makeup, huh? I don't know. Something to think about there. Heck, I think it's about makeup techniques, not brands. You can buy good makeup at reasonable prices. I'm still learning techniques at 45 myself. You'll be learning forever, hon. So it's what we do. And there's new stuff, new science. There's all that. So yeah. And we should maybe get our makeup techniques from people that know how to do it. And that's what they do. Just the thought. I understand enjoying your creator and seeing them do it. What do they use? We're all interested in some people like that. So I guess that's why she does what she does. KJ is so hateful. Yes, she is CA. Hi, CA, by the way. That's the hatefulness that I think why we're talking right now and what's got us going about Leslie. It was the hatefulness. I was just listening while doing dishes. Trisha, your voice sounds just like Meredith Grey. Oh my goodness, okay. But when I look at you, I can't hear it. So close your eyes, look away. Ah, yeah. I wear makeup sometimes, but I'm not great at it. Oh, me too. Don't talk about that. That's something, it's hurt my feelings that that's happened. I didn't expect it. But hooded eyes, and they are hard for me to apply. Me too. Yeah, I learned to put like white to light on the lid, the part, and then use the color behind that. So then the lid doesn't, I don't know what I'm saying. On the front part of our lid, one closest to our eye, there's a lady on YouTube that said that do this for people that have this problem. And it helps open your eyes up, I guess. It makes your eyes wider. Well, as you can see with my glasses, it's almost pointless, but I still try. We all seem to have the same problem. We must be all sort of the same age. Just guessing? Just a thought? Yeah, Kentucky girl. Don't we all wish we would have listened? I know. Way back when. Hey, if there's anybody in here that's young, take care of the skin. Stay out of the sun. Use skin or sun products. You're going to get age spots when you're my age. Don't want those. Remember Mary Kay parties, show mama? We are talking our age, aren't we? Absolutely. They were so fun. I love them. And when I smell that, was it the moisturizer? The night moisturizer had a really pretty scent. Whenever something, I'm like, oh, I go right back to those parties. It just takes me there. It's so fun. We used to have fun doing that. They had it all set up with the little tray and all the little applicators, remember? So cute. I think they want her to leave it up so she can keep messing up. making their case for them. Well, that's a thought. I think they have to leave it up, just leave it up because it's evidence. That's what I'm guessing. Thanks to KJ, it's low key trying to get makeup tips from Radiant Print and Mend Pants. Just ask them, girl. I'm sure they'd help you out. You know, I one of my videos way back when somebody was commenting that I had bad makeup, I said I'm maybe going to have to ask Eyeshadow Island or Radiant Brit, and I've become friends with Radiant Brit a little bit. We've DM'd each other, and she's been so kind about lots of things, lots of advice, helpful advice. She's doing such a nice job on her channel. I don't know Amanda Pants. Have to check that out. Please fill me in on what happened with Little Red. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're asking, first of all. I know that Little Red took about a week off. I think she's come back and is doing good. And okay, somebody's out. GGB says, both my GGs here are asking. Curious about that too. Do you mean me being like on the panel? It's truly just that I haven't been on or been available. There's nothing between us wrong. Nothing. Nothing. I was sick when some drama happened that I do not know exactly. I saw some things. I didn't like what I saw. It seemed to be like there was a little bit of a fight between some people. But I wasn't involved in any of that. I'm perfectly still friends with Red. There's no problem between her and I that I know of at all. So I guess that's. And then as far as I think she's back up and running this past couple days, but my schedule hasn't been the same. And I would think, I don't know this because it's an invitation, but I think if I was ever on her live, I think she'd still invite me to the panel. I think. So I think we're fine. Don't know, guys, that we're not. We've had no words in any way bad. Big crack and crack, just a baby. Oh, are you a lot younger than us? Is that what's happening? Two, unfortunately, she's responding to Sarah. Type 1 diabetic, chronic renal failure, and often these days complain about my bones aching more than my mama. LOL. So I'm sorry. Try not to complain though. Very blessed. Well, I'm glad you're feeling blessed. Always look for the positive, right? I'm not diabetic, but I do suffer with kidney problems big time. I have had multiple surgeries and multiple hospitalizations because of my kidney. I have one bad one. I have one good one, which we're looking at the positive, right? One good one. Honey, yeah, I don't know. They're tricky, but I put on a little bit of liner, and then I try to make my lashes separate. But I'm not good at this stuff at all. Joe Mama, I think Red had a lot of pain. I think so too. I'm 56. I'm feeling old. I know, but you're a baby to me. So, but I know it starts hitting us, and it's good. I mean, like we talked earlier, it can be there can be wisdom, but there's also the aches and pains. No, I didn't think you were, dear Gigi. I didn't think you were. I just wanted to make sure if anybody did think there was. I didn't think you were at all. And this other Gigi. Oh, okay, well, that's good. Although I was thinking, well, what the heck happened? Nothing here. So I'm glad we got it cleared up. Leslie Bass, Dottie Morgan, and Charlotte. Yeah, yeah, I love them. Charlotte and Leslie. Yes, we kind of all agree. Well, guys, I just looked. We've been on here for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I think we've become like close friends. We're good buddies. It's very enjoyable to talk to all of you. And we really got through a lot of stuff tonight. And I think it's really nice sometimes to know that people agree with you, that they see it too, that you're not the only one. And I think that kind of happened tonight. So that was good. I have some videos coming. It's been really difficult, I have to tell you, because I only have my phone, and my phone says it's full of pictures and videos. Surprise, surprise. All those screen recordings of keeping of hers. So I'm looking to, so I've been suggested to get some sort of um, SD card or a Fire Stick or something that can hold this stuff while my laptop's broke so it can come off my phone. So that's where I'm going next. Hey, Dixie, can I come with you? She's going to Chili's to get some chili. I'm hungry too. Okay, guys, I sure enjoyed this very much. And I look forward to seeing you again live. I'm sorry if I kept you so long. I know it was a lot. But anyway, we'll talk soon. And I'm hoping to get some videos out there as soon as my phone lets me have some space. Okay, guys. Good night.